drive.
No.
I know how.
No.
Directed by Ethan Spalding, Son of Batman, which came out in 2014, is another installment in the New 52 continuity of movies, which starts with Justice League Flashpoint Paradox and ends with Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. With Jason O'Mara as Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, and Stuart Allen as Damian Wayne, or Robin, this movie's plot surrounds the idea behind Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, coming into the League of Assassins and basically killing Ra's al Ghul because Damian Wayne is going to be the heir to the throne as opposed to Deathstroke being the heir to the throne, which he so thought that he would be. So Ra's al Ghul was voiced by Giancarlo Esposito, phenomenal actor and phenomenal voice actor. So as I said earlier, Deathstroke, who thought he was the heir to the throne, is upset because Ra's al Ghul has a new heir who is Damian Wayne, who was born to Talia al Ghul, who's voiced by Marina Baccarin. Seeing all this violence happen and then witnessing her father basically murdered in front of her, Talia decides to take Damian to Gotham City to the one person that she knows definitely will keep Damian safe, who is none other than his father, Bruce Wayne.
What do you want?
My father's dead. This man wants to kill us.
Us.
Me and your son.
Son.
Voiced by Thomas Gibson, Deathstroke actually gives a stellar performance in this movie and movies to come because there's other storylines that Deathstroke is involved in, but we'll get to that when those movies come into this series. Upon exploring Gotham so Damian can find out who is behind this whole plan with Deathstroke, who has helped Deathstroke and to trying to just get revenge, Sean Maher voices Nightwing, and Nightwing runs into Robin and kind of assists him, if you will, and also gives some banter with him, and it's just so funny to see the relationship between Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne in this movie particularly.
Really ticks me off after all those lectures he gave me about using protection.
Indeed. Are you all right, Master Dick?
I took the cut. I can take the stitch.
Maybe you need more anesthetic.
And maybe you need to go
Master Dick.
Maybe you should remember who the Blood Son is.
With David McCallum voicing Alfred, the relationship between Bruce, Dick, Damian, and Alfred in this movie and in other movies to come that are specifically surrounding the Bat family, it's just top tier, man. I really do enjoy the DC AMU and I love this content, and I wish that in future projects we could incorporate this kind of content into live action projects, because I feel like if Warner Brothers and DC did this more with their live action movies, we would have much better content, quality over quantity, obviously, and it would be better received by fans. So to further discuss the plot, Deathstroke wants to basically take over Gotham. He wants to be the head of the League of Assassins. He wants to rule, and he uses his Man-Bats between the League of Assassins, ninjas, and Man-Bats, and is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, but he has his entire army to basically do his bidding, and that's what we deal with in this movie, is basically Deathstroke trying to take over Gotham. Back when Deathstroke was fighting the League of Assassins and Damian witnessed his grandfather getting killed, Damian and Deathstroke invoked in a huge battle, and Damian actually took his eye. So we have the famous Deathstroke with an eye patch, from this movie, at least in this continuity. That's where he gets his eye patch from, is Damian slicing out his eye pretty much, because Damian's just had enough, and Damian is ruthless, and he has been raised by Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul. They just know how to wreck people. He is raised to be a killer. That's what it is. He's raised to be a killer, so he has that instinct in him. So coming over to Gotham, Damian is now with Bruce, and Bruce does things completely different. Bruce might be brutal. He might break your legs and arms and to question you, but he keeps you alive, I guess. Yeah, well, yikes. So Damian coming here and basically wanting to dish out his own brand of justice isn't going to fly with the big bat, because the Batman rules Gotham. So what he says goes, especially with the Bat family. Nightwing, seeing Damian come into the fold specifically because he's Batman's son, he kind of feels a little like, okay, well, Damian, you got to learn what the ropes are. You can't go out here just killing people. You have to do things the right way. And of course, Damian is a butthead. He's Batman's son. He has Bruce's way of just stoic looking and just everything in general that you could think of Bruce Wayne. That's what Damian is. He's his blood son. So of course, he's going to take on characteristics from his father. One thing that didn't pass down because he wasn't around, and Bruce didn't know about him, was the proper way to dish out justice, which isn't killing in Bruce's eyes, is not killing. Throughout this continuity of the New 52 movies, we see a progression with all of these characters, so that's why it's important that you watch these movies in chronological order, because if you do, it actually does tell a story, and it has characters from like one movie not show up in the next 3 movies, and then they show up in the next 2 movies. It's important to watch all these movies in succession so you can get the proper development of all these characters in the right way. So by the end of the film, we see that Damian takes up the mantle of Robin, thus incorporating Damian into the Bat family officially as the Boy Wonder. But thank you guys for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can get a notification anytime there's a new video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until the next one.